Dear students, in this unit, we will talk about the mutualistic relationship between fungus and algae. Now, this kind of relationship between fungi and algae is known as lichens. You might have seen when you have visited the hilly areas or the mountains, the cold mountain areas. Now, these mutualistic relationship is very successfully exist between fungi and algae. The most important characteristics of this lichen, this mutualistic relationship, is the combination of two mutualists. One is alga. This is known as the photobiont or phytobiont, and the other one is the fungi, which is also known as mycobiont. Now, when these two combine in this relationship, they form a body known as thallus, which is totally different from their own structure or their own bodies. This thallus is very unique characteristics formed as a result of a relationship between these two organisms. Now, almost 1/5 of all known fungi, they have this kind of mutualistic relationship. And as a result of this, more than 14,000 different types of lichens, they are present in different ecosystems. Now, when we talk about the size of these lichens, they can vary differently. They can be as small as microscopic in structures and as large as reindeer mosses, which may cover many square kilometers of land with ankle-deep width. Now, when we talk about the importance of these mutualism in terms of ecology, biodiversity, and global well-being, it is considered very important, and it cannot be overstated. Now, the thallus structures or the thalli of lichen, they are generally classified into one of three types. It can be crustose, foliose, or fruticose. As you can see, the examples of this mutualistic relationship, the type foliose is, you can see here, they are in the form of leaf-like structures. That's why they are known as foliases. So there is another type of thallus that also exists. They are known as squamulose. It is also exist in nature. Now, most of these lichens, they are members of the group of fungi known as ascomycota, and they reproduce by means of ascospores or asci. Now, when we talk about the lichens in this relationship, the fungal partner is always more in numbers as compared to the algal part. They are very slow growing, and they can live for centuries on stones and different rocks. They have been used as a major source of food, and they can also be used to extract colors or dyes, which can be used in different industries. And they can also be used to extract antimicrobial chemicals from these lichens as well. And some of them, they are used as environmental indicators because they can easily sense the pollution in the environment, and this pollution is very dangerous for their association. Now, lichens, they are truly remarkable, and they have the ability to resist the drought. Now, as per their structure have the ability to absorb 3 to 35 times more water, so they can keep that water for a long period of time in order to evade this drought, which happens in their ecosystem very frequently.